Have you ever felt it, that distinct buzzing sensation in your pocket, only to reach down and find nothing? No notification, no text, just empty fabric. This isn't just a quirk of modern life. It's a phenomenon known as phantom vibration syndrome. Research suggests that for many of us, the smartphone has transitioned from being a tool to becoming a literal extension of our nervous system, a phantom limb. Our brains have begun to integrate these devices into our body schema. When the phone is gone, the brain experiences a sensory void, sometimes hallucinating a notification to fill the silence. But the physical sensation is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, a profound neurological transformation is taking place. Every time we hear that ping, our brain releases a microdose of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and anticipation. We aren't just checking a message, we are feeding a biological loop. Over time, this constant state of anticipatory arousal rewires our pathways. We are no longer living in the present, we are living in a state of perpetual waiting for the next digital spark. This leads us to a concept coined by Professor Sophie Leroy, attention residue. Every time you quickly glance at your phone while working or talking to a friend, you aren't multitasking, you're task switching. The problem is your attention doesn't move all at once. A portion of your cognitive resources stays stuck on that last Instagram post or that work email you just scanned. This residue creates a lingering mental fog, reducing your IQ in the moment more significantly than losing a full night's sleep. We are walking around with fractured minds, never truly all there.
The rewiring of our reality. The human brain is remarkably plastic, which is usually a good thing. It allows us to learn and adapt. However, hyperconnectivity is exploiting this plasticity in ways we didn't sign up for. We are moving away from linear thought, the ability to read a deep book or follow a complex argument, toward fragmented consumption. Our ancestors needed to scan the horizon for predators. Today, we scan our feeds for novelty. This is why doom scrolling is so addictive. From an evolutionary standpoint, bad news is vital information. Your brain craves the negative headline because it thinks it's helping you survive. But in the digital age, there is no end to the threats, leading to a state of chronic cortisol elevation. Perhaps the most tragic casualty of this rewiring is the internal monologue. Think back, when was the last time you were truly bored? Waiting for a bus, standing in line, sitting on a wall overlooking a valley? Historically, these gaps of nothingness were when we talked to ourselves. It's where we processed our day, planned our future, and confronted our fears. Now we fill every microsecond of silence with external input. When we lose the ability to be alone with our thoughts, we lose the ability to know who we are. We become a collection of reactions to other people's content rather than the authors of our own internal lives. We are outsourcing our consciousness to an algorithm.
The cognitive cost of constant curating. We are all now the brand managers of ourselves. There is a heavy mental burden in maintaining a digital identity. Even when we aren't posting, we are often viewing the world through the lens of a post. We see a beautiful sunset, and instead of feeling the warmth on our skin, we think, how would I caption this? This is the cognitive cost of curation. It creates a split consciousness where we are both the participant and the observer of our own lives. This constant self-surveillance is exhausting. It feeds into the comparison trap, where we compare our behind the scenes, the mess, the doubt, the boredom, to everyone else's highlight reel. Deep creativity requires incubation. It requires the brain to enter the default mode network, the state it reaches when we are daydreaming or bored. By eliminating boredom, we are effectively suffocating our creative potential. The aha moments that change lives don't happen while scrolling. They happen in the shower, on a walk, or while staring out at a valley at 2 a.m. If we don't protect our boredom, we lose our brilliance.
Reclaiming our mental sovereignty. So, how do we fight back? How do we reclaim the sovereignty of our own minds? It starts with intentionality. We have to move from being passive consumers to conscious gatekeepers. Science-backed strategies. The digital Sabbath. Dedicate 1 day a week, or even just 4 hours, where the phone is powered off and placed in a drawer. The initial anxiety you feel is simply the withdrawal of the dopamine loop. On the other side of that anxiety is a profound cognitive restoration. Grayscale mode. Our phones are designed like slot machines, using bright, vibrant colors to trigger our visual cortex. By turning your phone to grayscale, you strip it of its psychological salience. It becomes a tool again, not a toy. Physical boundaries. Never let the digital world enter the sacred spaces of the physical world. No phones at the dinner table. No phones in the bedroom. Create zones where your mind knows it is safe from the reach of the algorithm.
The path forward. Conscious connection. Technology is not the enemy. It is a miracle that allows us to share ideas across oceans. But a miracle can become a cage if we don't hold the key. We need to redefine our relationship with these devices. Shift from passive consumption, letting the feed choose for you, to active engagement, using the tool for a specific purpose. Ask yourself before you pick up the phone, what is my intention? If the answer is to escape, be careful. What you are escaping is often the very thing you need to process to grow. A final thought. The world is vast, complex, and beautiful. It exists in the wind on your face and the silence of a midnight valley. Your fundamental human need for deep connection to yourself, to nature, and to others cannot be satisfied by a like or a share. We must protect our inner peace with the same ferocity that the algorithms use to try and take it. It's time to look up. It's time to come back to the here and now. What's one habit you've changed to take back your focus? Or if you're struggling, what's the hardest part about putting the phone down? Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's start a real conversation. Because while the technology evolves, our souls remain ancient, and they still need the silence.